Hari Om. Sarve Janah Sukhino Bhavanto. So today I am giving another special lecture on physics in Sanskritam grammar. I'll give this lecture in English, also later on in Sanskritam, in Tamil, Hindi, other languages. But this is a very, very important point which I would like to emphasize on. Now let me go briefly. Any grammar in any language, we have the bhutakala, that is the past tense. We have two types of past tense, the perfect past tense and the imperfect past tense. Normally I'm explaining in any, as I went through French also, it was the same thing in German languages. What is perfect past tense? I did a work, so I did. It's perfect past tense. I did yesterday, I did 1 week back, I did 10 days back, I did 10 years back. I was doing, it is imperfect. I was doing is always a continuous word, no? So I was doing. So it's a past tense, but imperfect past tense, okay? But in Sanskritam language, we have three past tense, rupa, in Panini's Vyakharana. That is, we have what is known as the lang lakaraha rupaha, which means imperfect past tense. I was doing. So I will say aham akkaravam. Eka karyam. So aham akkaravam. Aham akkaravam. I did the work. 10 years back, 2 days back, 15 years back, I did the work. Aham akarsham. Aham akarsham. Now we have the lit lakara rupaha. So I told you three rupas, lang, lung and lit lakara rupani. Tat Samskrita Bhashayam Bhavanti. So, what is lit lakara? It's a past tense. But it's a past tense which is not happening in our time periods. The contemporary time periods. It had happened, an incident happened several thousand years back, 100 years back, where at that time of its happening, we were not existing physically. So, I would say, Valmiki Ramayanam Rachayan Chakara, or in a Panmai Bahuvachanam Rachayan Chakrire. That is Atmane Padam Rachayan Chakruhu. In a Panmai, in a Bahuvachanam. Respect. So, Rachayan Chakara, Deva Bhasha, no? That's enough. Rachayan Chakara, Ramayanam. Valmiki, Ramayanam, Rachayan Chakara means Valmiki. When I talk to you now, Valmiki, I'm not seeing Valmiki. Valmiki is not existing. So, he has done in 3, 4, 5,000 years back. At that period of time, we were not existing. Contemporary existence was not there. Okay, clear. So, we have another lit lakara rupa. So, what does it mean? No, it has a lot of philosophical meaning, I am going to say. Before that, some panditas, some scholars say, no, it refers to some instance where we were not present. An incident happened 5 years back, but our physical presence was not there. We did not see the happening 5 years back, 10 years back. That is not correct. See, when I say there are three Purushas, the first person, the second person and the third person. The first person is called in Sanskrita Uttama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, second, Pratama Purusha, third. Now in Uttama Purusha, that is in first person, when I say Aham Chakara, Eka Karyam, Aham Chakara, means how I can say, if I want to go as per the wish of these scholars who say I am not present, when I say Aham Chakara, I was present. Then how I can be present 5,000 years back when I say that I am not existing physically? How I can say I have done a thing 100 years back where my physical existence was not there as of now? So explain, Mr. T.S. Viswanathan, that is what I am explaining. So I am not approving the other scholars' interpretation of this lit lakara. I am saying an incident has happened in the past tense without my existence or without any contemporary existence. How is it possible? This is where Panini comes in. This is where the philosophy comes in. What is that philosophy? There were many births. There are going to be many births. Life is not over within this body period of hours, 90 or 100 years, there are going to be many births and rebirths. That is why Panini Maharishi introduced this lit lakara. Example, in Mahabharata, Parandamana Maharishi, Parandama Damaha, he said, in the previous existence I was roaming like a deer. My previous birth was a deer. Dr. Brian Weens, lots of books like Many Masters, Many Life, or Same Soul, Many Bodies. Same soul, many bodies, you can refer. Everything refers to, when they do the hypnotism, everything, most of the things, they go to their previous lives. How that is possible? It is scientifically there. It is some evidence is there. What is the biggest evidence? Einstein's accepted physics. Antonio Velocius, the French royal person, scientist, who proved to the world matter cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes its form. So when a dead body burns, you think that it is burning. That's all over. No, the dead body releases energy, the soul, and then the body, all the blood, the bones, the flesh, all are converted into other forms. Maybe carbon, maybe iron, maybe oxygen, maybe H2O, combination, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, combination of pure oxygen, pure 92 elements, 100 elements are there now. It is converted. Just what Higgs boson, 10,000th of a trillionth of a second it exists, that's all. Of a second, you put 1 lakh crores, you divide, impossible. And then it changes. It changes immediately to 2 times out of 1,000 protons and to various some other elements. There is no complete death. So when Panini Maharishi says Aham Chakara, Aham Dadarsha, how I can say Aham Dadarsha? Aham is a Uttama Purusha, first person. How I can say the lit lakara rupam Aham Dadarsha? Aham Shushrava, I heard. Aham Dadarsha, I saw. Aham Chakara, I did. Aham Rachayan Chakara, I wrote. Wrote, not now, in the past tense. All these are past. They are nothing, they are not present or future. All these are past. How I can say Aham Uvada, I spoke. Spoke not now. If I want to speak now, I will say Aham Ashrinavam, that is Lang Lakaraha. Aham Ashrausham, I spoke. In Lung Lakaraha. 5 years back I spoke, correct? Physical presence. But how can I say Aham Uvada, which is Lit Lakaraha, where if, as per other scholars, I was not existing in the conversation which took place 500 years back, how I can say Aham Dadarsha, I saw? How I can, even when I am not present physically, even 5 years back, in between the conversations taking place between 2 Rashtrapalakas or 2 governors or 2 doctors. How I can say Aham Dadarsha, Aham, how I can say, use the Uttama Purusha, first person. I can say Valmiki Chakara, Rachayan Chakara. Okay, Valmiki wrote 5,000 years back. I was not present. I did not see Valmiki writing Ramayana. But when I say Aham Chakara, Lit Lakara, Rupaha, Valmiki, how is it possible when you argue, no, you did not see the event having 5,000 years, 5 years back. That's why the Lit Lakaraha was written. That I am not agreeing at all. Lit Lakaraha was existing because in those previous times, Rishis were knowing previous births and they were colloquial. Even in Madhyama Purusha, we have Lit Lakaraha. Not only in Prathama Purusha. Prathama Purusha is okay. Everybody knows Valmiki Chakara hai, Saha Dadarsha or Saha Uvada. All the Rachayan Chakara, all these things we know, all these things. Saha Shrava, heard. Saha. In Prathama Purusha, okay. How it can come in Uttama Purusha, Lit Lakara Rupaha, when the existence of using Uttama Purusha cannot happen for an immediate past, 5 years back. When they are going to say you were not physically present, but you are saying you heard the conversation through some other media. But when I say Aham Chakara, I did the work. I have to do it, I have to be physically present even 5,000 years back. So that is possible only if you are having the knowledge of the previous births. Same soul, many bodies, many masters, many lives. Read those books. But before that, I would say what Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 5. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha arjuna tani aham veda sarvani na tvam veta parantapa. Bahuni me janmani vyatitani. I have crossed, I have spent. Vyatitani means core Sanskrit meaning is spent. I have crossed. Vyatitani, I have spent several births. Bahuni, bahuvachanam. Lots of. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani, births. Tavacha Arjuna, of yours also Arjuna. Tava is a Shashti Vibhakti here. So Tavacha Arjuna, of yours also Arjuna. Poetically Swami Bhagavan is saying, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna tani, those, aham, I, veda, no, sarvani, all. I know them all. Na tvam veta, na tvam veta parantapa. He's a parantapasvi only, Arjuna. You don't know, I know. So, just like Parandama Damanaha in Mahabharata, Bhagavan also says very clearly that there are several births, and Bhagavan knows all those previous births as an Atma, as a Paramatma, as a very powerful Atma. That is Artha. It has been proven not only in Bhagavad Gita, also in Gadhopanishad when Nachiketa, when Yamadharmaraja says, when Nachiketa also asks the question, Yeche prete vichikitsa manushe asti iti cha eke na ayam asti iti cha eke yetat vidyam anuchishtam tvaya aham varanam varam tritiya. This tritiya varam he asked. All these eche prete, all these pretas, there is a doubt in my mind whether asti iti cha eke. Some say it lives. Na cha ayam asti iti cha eke. This one does not live. Is the opinion of somebody else. Yetat vidya. This vidya I have to know. Tvaya, by you only. Yamadharmaraja got flabbergasted. That's a story that goes on. Then only Yamadharmaraja says, Yonim manye prabadhyante shariradhvaya dehina sthanum manye anusamyanti yatash karta yatashruta. Yatashruta, as per your deeds only yonim. It goes to the yoni, it goes to the immovable things. Several births takes place as per the karta and karma and what they have preached or what they have knowledged upon. That's all. So, it is a clear proof. What is the proof? The physics in grammar of Sanskrita, where Panini Maharishi very beautifully introduced lit lakaraha rupaha in all verbs in Uttama Purushaha and also in Madhyama Purushaha. Pratama Purushaha, okay. It's a style of a grammar, it's a depth of a grammar, it's a structure of the grammar to indicate distant part 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 years back before your existence. But how it can come in Uttama Purusha, first person, and Madhyama Purusha, second person. So it is very clear that there is physics which defines matter cannot be created or destroyed. To address that non-decaying matter which only changes the form, Panini knew about it. The rishis at that generation knew about it. And he has deliberately inculcated, indoctrinated this Uttama Purusha and Madhyama Purusha in lit lakaraha rupaha, the third existence of the past tense. This I am ending now. Till such time, bhuya tavat shubhamangalam. Hari Om.